And welcome back on this Saturday evening. I'm Jason Laird. Start things out with a few pictures across the region from our neighborhood weather network. This one over at 8th Street and Abbott Lane, about 72 degrees. See that thick layer of clouds out there. Now, those are going to break up a little bit overnight, but rebuild as the morning turns around and progresses. And again, that is taking a look out at our Palmer Divide camera. The reason I show you this area, this has been the filter for all the storms today. As you well know, if you live in this region, it's not uncommon for storms to move through here, but today especially, and even yesterday, this is where 90% of the storms have all been moving through the areas, right through that Palmer Divide and kind of taking a northerly route around the area. Right now, our HD Doppler, here's how things are tracking out. Around the Burlington area, just north of Lamar, that's been where all the action is. Now, for Kiowa County, we did have that severe thunderstorm warning earlier. That has since expired. As you notice, those storms have lost a lot of strength and not really a whole lot of action here at home either. A few spotty little clouds moving over top of the higher elevations, but showers that do move through the mountains tonight are expected to be on the side of light. As for tomorrow, on the other hand, we've got a lot more moisture to work with. Tomorrow is a little bit of a hairy forecast we'll talk about in a second. As for currents, right now, 83 into Pueblo, 75 into the Springs, a few 70s into the higher elevations, and still hanging tight to the 80s, 85 degree mark as we move out to the east. So some interesting temperatures to play with. If we stay that warm, it's really going to give us a lot of warm, moist air to work with tomorrow, which will just help to fire off the storms. So as for this evening, again, spotty showers moving through the through the area. But overall, we're looking pretty clear and partly cloudy skies overnight. Everything should completely move out of the area by about 10 this evening, just leaving a few lingering clouds throughout eastern Colorado. Nice night for the most part, a few passing clouds, but as you notice, everything's kind of shifting in from the back door, all right? They tend to call that a backdoor cold front. It's not really a cold front dropping all the way into our area, but a bit of an active weather pattern kind of moving into our area, and that's what's going to start kicking up this activity tomorrow. Notice, right about 2, that's when we start getting that line of showers kicking up over the higher elevations and pretty heavy rain potentials with these storms. Notice we're seeing some oranges on there, yellows on the map. That's indicating periods of very heavy rain moving through the area, and right now those are tracking right through the Springs in through the burn scar areas. We'll have to continue to monitor those. As for lows tonight, into the 50s and 60s across the region, few mid-60s as we look out to the east, 65 there into La Junta. Pueblo about 59, and the Springs here should be cooling off to 54 degrees. As for the next 7 days, here's how things play out. Temperatures slowly but surely rising as we look up through Tuesday, Wednesday. A nice high-pressure ridge builds in, allowing skies to clear and really nice warm conditions across the region. That should be nice. Pueblo, same story there, into the 80s all week long, flirting with the 90s by the time we move into Wednesday and Thursday there with a few passing clouds. As for Canyon City, same story, into the 80s pretty much all week after we get rid of that 70 there on Sunday. Now, the chance for afternoon thunderstorms is pretty likely in every area this next week. We've just got enough moisture to really kick things off and enough sunshine, so just plan on afternoon storms pretty much every day. Now, Tuesday, Wednesday looks to be the clear days, and no, I'm not just saying that because we're off that day, guys, but that appears, as of right now, to be the 2 clear days of the week. So we'll keep our fingers crossed on that.
Yeah, and then tomorrow, definitely keep aware of
the
weather.
Tomorrow is going to get a little bit hairy. We've got a lot of atmospheric moisture to work with and a few different triggers. But the problem we're having is there's a lot of different forecast models we look at, and they're all kind of doing different things. So we're trying to kind of combine them and see where things are going to play out. But the big story is definitely thunderstorms tomorrow. So,
okay.
Yeah.